to another incredible story of inspiration. Spencer West has spent his entire life redefining what is possible.
He said I would never walk.
He only used his arms.
That I wouldn't be a functioning member of society.
Spencer West.
Spencer West.
The odds would always be against me.
Attempting to climb Kilimanjaro.
But I refuse to listen. And I refuse to listen now.
Throughout history, we as individuals in the global community have faced situations that have been deemed impossible. In 1981, my parents were told that I was going to lose my legs due to a genetic disease and that walking, sitting up, or being a functioning member of society would probably be impossible. But I stand in front of you here today as living proof that we can redefine what is possible. Society, I could have given up. Looking different and being bullied in school, I could have given up. But with any journey, there's bound to be struggle, and if we don't at least try, we'll never know how much we really can do. Last year, I announced I would be doing a campaign called Redefine Possible to help my two best friends who would be climbing the largest mountain in Africa, Mount Kilimanjaro, and in doing so, raise over $500,000 for sustainable clean water in East Africa that was facing one of the largest droughts they've seen in over 60 years. I refuse to stand by and watch a community suffer that helped me find my heart, my passion for changing the world. And last June, my buddies and I stood at the bottom of that mountain determined to get to the top. And believe me when I say, there were definitely moments when I wanted to give up. Not only did my friends keep me going, but along the path of Kilimanjaro, there's these piles of rocks that we learned were called cairns. And we learned that climbers make these cairns to only leave their mark on the mountain, but they are a symbol. For when you are lost, they literally show you the path again. And each day as I passed these cairns, I thought, this is for anybody who's ever felt lost. There's a path, keep traveling. This is for anybody who ever felt like they didn't fit in or been bullied. There's a path, keep traveling. And this is for anybody who's ever felt voiceless or powerless. There's a path, keep traveling. And each day as I passed these, I thought of all of you, back here at home and at We Day, who work so hard to prove that there's a path towards a better world. Now, a cairn is also a symbol for teamwork and unity. Look around the stadium. Roughly 5,000 of us, like one giant cairn. And nowhere on earth can we show teamwork and unity like all of us here today. Now, my team on the mountain was my two best friends and our guide, Paul. And I knew that if I was going to make it to the top, I was going to need to ask for help. And some may see asking for help as a sign of weakness, but I have lived and learned that a true leader knows when to ask for help. Now, don't get me wrong, I was determined to do a lot of this on my own. When we got to the mountain, I was walking way more on my hands than we ever anticipated. And contrary to popular belief, your arms are meant to be walked on, and let's be honest, I can't really afford to lose more limbs at this point. So I had to dig deep, and I had to find courage inside that I didn't even know existed. I had to ask my friends for help. And they were incredible at saying things like, keep going, just a few more steps. And when my mind was waging war with my body, and my wrists and elbows and shoulders were throbbing to stop, and my mother's voice was saying in my head, please take care of yourself. It was my buddy's words of encouragement that pushed, pulled, and in my weakest moments, literally got me to the top. Now, as you climb your own mountains in life, have to give yourself permission to ask for help because you're not going to know all the answers. And let's be honest, we shouldn't be climbing on our own anyway. And sometimes it's the people that you don't even think need help that need it too. You see, around 18,000 feet, my buddies got hit with massive altitude sickness, and I was in that small percentage of people where it didn't bother me at all. They had a headache, dizziness, vomiting, and I watched as my support system literally fell to their knees. And in that moment, I thought two things. Now, maybe this is it. Maybe we just give up and go back. And the second thing, it was the first time in my entire life Well, I wish that I had legs that day. Because if I had legs, now I could be the one to carry my friends like they carry me. But I don't have legs. So instead, I did what I could do. I stood in between them and I said, boys, this journey started with the three of us. And it's going to end with the three of us. And suddenly I became the one saying, just a few more steps, we can do this together. And we knew that I was going to need help up the mountain. But in that moment, David and Alex needed me. And hand over hand, and foot over foot, we walked together until we made it to the summit of Mount Kilimanjaro. Now, we not only raised $500,000 for clean water in East Africa, but we set out to prove, just like you do every single day, that just because the world tells us something is impossible, doesn't mean we have to believe it. This year, you're going to be climbing your own mountains for social change. And it's going to be difficult. You're going to face obstacles. You might be sick. You might be tired. You might be puking your guts out too. But it's in those moments that you have to dig deep. You can't be afraid to ask for help. Find your Karen and keep traveling. If I, Spencer West, who was told would never walk or be a functioning member of society, can climb the largest mountain in Africa, what more can you do? Your help. There is no can't, there is no won't, only how. So let's start climbing and I'll meet you at the summit.